What if I told you that tuning out political drama isn't apathy? It's a sign your brain is working exactly as designed. I know that sounds completely backwards, especially when everyone around you treats every election cycle and influencer scandal like a moral emergency. But stick with me, because the research on this is both surprising and deeply validating. Think about the last time someone handed you a phone to watch a politician's meltdown clip, or expected you to have an opinion about some influencer's public breakup. Your face probably did something between a polite nod and a system crash. And somewhere in the back of your mind, a quiet voice asked, "Is there something wrong with me for not caring about this?" There isn't. What you're experiencing is not a character flaw. It's how your brain is wired. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why, with 5 peer-reviewed reasons. Let's start with something that probably happened to you recently. In 1982, psychologists John Cacioppo and Richard Petty introduced a concept called the need for cognition, a measurable personality trait describing how much a person genuinely enjoys effortful thinking. People high in this trait treat their attention like premium real estate. Their research uncovered some important insights. Political outrage bait. It's a temporary distraction. Influencer drama? It's time to move on. Cacioppo's later research uncovered something fascinating. People high in need for cognition are actually less physically active during idle time. They're content sitting still, lost in their own thoughts. People low in need for cognition get bored faster and seek external stimulation. And what is the most abundant, low-effort external stimulation available right now? Political outrage cycles, influencer feuds, manufactured controversy designed to hijack your attention. So when a high-cognition person scrolls past yet another inflammatory headline or hears, "Did you see what that politician tweeted?" their brain runs a rapid cost-benefit analysis and returns a single result: insufficient funds. They're not judging anyone. Their attention system literally declined the transaction. But here's where most people get stuck, and maybe you're feeling it right now. Need for cognition sounds like a polite way of saying, "I'm too smart for this." It's not. The research actually points somewhere more uncomfortable. Most political and influencer content is designed to bypass cognition entirely. The question isn't why you can't engage with it. The question is why anyone can. Psychologists call it surface acting, displaying an emotion you don't actually feel. Sociologist Arlie Hochschild pioneered this research in 1983, studying flight attendants who smiled through turbulence. That's surface acting. You nodding through a 20-minute dinner monologue about the latest congressional hearing? Same mechanism. Here's where it gets really interesting. Highly analytical people tend to be painfully aware of the gap between what they feel and what they're performing. That self-awareness makes the performance worse, not better. It's like trying to fall asleep while monitoring whether you're falling asleep. The result? That glassy-eyed, slightly too slow nod you've definitely deployed at a family gathering when politics comes up. In 1956, researchers Donald Horton and Richard Wohl coined the term parasocial relationship, the one-sided emotional bond people form with media figures. It feels like friendship. The politician or influencer, of course, has no idea you exist. It's a friendship with the emotional reciprocity of a vending machine. Parasocial bonds are completely normal. Most humans form them. But here's where the research gets specific. Studies using the Celebrity Attitude Scale, developed by Lynn McCutcheon and colleagues in 2002, found that higher levels of celebrity worship correlated with poorer performance on certain cognitive measures. A 2021 replication by Demetrovich's group in Hungary confirmed this pattern. An important nuance, because we don't do lazy conclusions here. Correlation is not causation. The effect sizes were modest. Casually following a politician or enjoying an influencer's content does not make anyone less intelligent. But it does suggest something important. The intensity of one-sided emotional investment in public figures sits on a spectrum, and analytical minds tend to cluster at the shallow end of that particular pool. They can't form the bond, so they can't fake the enthusiasm the bond produces. Here's the evolutionary psychology angle. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar's research suggests roughly two-thirds of human conversation is social topics. Who's doing what with whom? Gossip isn't stupid. It's ancient social technology for tracking alliances, reputations, and threats. Political affiliation works the same way. It's tribal bonding with bumper stickers and yard signs instead of jerseys. But intelligent people often invest in a different status economy entirely: competence, ideas, expertise. Their social currency is, "I understand how this works," not, "I know what that politician just said." This principle shows up everywhere once you start looking for it. Psychologist Robert Cialdini documented basking in reflected glory in 1976. After an election win, supporters wear the merchandise and say, "We won." After a loss, it becomes, "They lost." People don't just watch political tribes, they linguistically join and abandon them in real time. And here's the kicker: humans are terrifyingly good at detecting fake engagement. Studies consistently show we distinguish genuine emotional expression from polite performance. So when you try to fake political enthusiasm, you don't feel. Everyone already knows. Why perform a play everyone knows is a play? This brings us to the deepest layer. Self-determination theory, developed by Edward Deci and Richard Ryan over 4 decades of research, distinguishes between intrinsic motivation, doing something because it's inherently interesting, and extrinsic motivation, doing it for external reward. Their famous finding? You cannot simply will intrinsic interest into existence. Deci's 1971 experiments showed that even paying people can undermine genuine interest, not create it. Interest is autonomic. It's closer to hunger than to choice. Ask an analytical person to genuinely care about the latest political scandal or influencer controversy, and you're asking them to be hungry on command. The machinery simply doesn't respond to the input. Neuroscience backs this up. Genuine curiosity activates the brain's dopaminergic reward circuit. A 2014 study by Gruber, Gilman, and Ranganath showed that curiosity puts the brain in a state that even boosts memory for unrelated information. No curiosity trigger, no dopamine. This is also why forced political engagement feels physically exhausting. You're running the social software manually, willpower instead of reward chemistry, like pedaling a car that everyone else is driving with an engine. 10 minutes in, the analytical brain isn't bored. It's out of fuel. So here's what I want you to try this week. The next time you feel that familiar pressure to perform political or influencer enthusiasm, notice it without judgment. Don't fake it. Don't feel broken. Just observe. My brain is not engaging with this. That's not a defect. That's a preference. Then ask yourself one question. What topic would I still be thinking about at 2 a.m. if no one ever validated it? That's your intrinsic motivation. That's where your attention actually wants to live. And here's the twist ending you didn't order. This cuts both ways. The person who lives for political drama cannot fake fascination with your explanation of Bayesian reasoning either. The influencer superfan cannot manufacture genuine curiosity about the replication crisis in psychology. Nobody's brain is broken. Everyone's brain is just ruthlessly, embarrassingly honest about what it finds intriguing. So the next time someone calls you checked out or apolitical because you're not performing outrage on demand, don't assume they're right and you're wrong. Assume you're watching a very expensive computer politely refusing to run software it wasn't built for. And if that computer is you, congratulations. You now have 5 peer-reviewed reasons to trust your own wiring. If this landed for you, subscribe and share it with someone who needs to hear that their disengagement isn't a flaw. It's a feature. And tell me in the comments, what topic can you absolutely not fake interest in, no matter how hard you try?